guys, I'm Stephanie,
And I'm Tiffany.
and we are Sisters of the South. We are here in our SOS studio today to bring you another true crime story. But before we get started, we'd like to ask that you hit that like button. Also, venture on over there and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so every time we upload a true crime story, you can come join us. And before we get started with the story, we also want to give a huge shout out to our favorite vendor and friends over at SoFly.
SoFly.
SoFly!
Not so small.
Not no more.
Yeah.
SoFly is a family owned company here in the Houston, Texas area, and they specialize in lasering and in embroidery. So, what they'll do is take an accessory such as a hat, a cap, a hoodie, a purse, a t-shirt, maybe a jacket, even a tumbler, and they will specialize it to your needs. They have an array of different colors and designs. We know that you'll love them, and we know that you'll be happy because they do our merchandise. So just to give you an idea of just how great they are, we're going to show you a video. So here we go.
All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed that video. Go check them out. Let them know we sent you. And if you do buy something, send us a picture. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, and we will link their information in the description box below. So go check them out. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Tiff now to start this story.
All right, guys. In 1993, Joanne Chambers was 41 years old, married with a 10-year-old son, and living in Carbondale, Pennsylvania. She was a first grade teacher at Coolbaugh Learning Center in Coolbaugh Township, Pennsylvania, and had worked for the school district for 8 years. Joanne liked to make school fun. She would entertain the kids by dressing up pillars to look like palm trees. She ended each class by saying, "You are wonderful and beautiful. You make my heart happy." Students and parents loved her.
I love teachers that are like that.
I do too.
Inspirational.
Make them feel special. Well, sometime during the school year, the Coolbaugh Learning Center began receiving anonymous typed letters addressed to the principal trashing Joanne. At first, the letters simply mocked Joanne, criticizing her for wearing jeans to school. How dare her? And organizing a faculty water fight, which sounds like a blast.
We live in Texas. Anytime there's a water balloon fight, we all want to be in on it.
Oh, I would love to do
yeah.
that now. Come on, let's go.
Absolutely.
Well, then the letters progressed, which they often do.
Mhm.
One letter read, "Chambers brought pot into the school and showed it in the faculty room, just like it was a joke."
Oh, please. That sounds so like such a lie. Like, who would do that?
And I think more people would know about it. You wouldn't have to write a letter.
Right? Someone would have went straight to the front office to HR and would have made a complaint, more than likely.
Well, Joanne said she just thought it was a disgruntled employee and that maybe she could just sit down with the person that wrote the letters and talk it out and fix it.
Now, I gotta say this, though. Joanne must have a positive outlook on life, because usually if someone is out to get you like that, you're not just going to sit down and have a normal conversation with that person.
Well, yeah,
right?
Obviously they're trying to get her fired. So who the hell's messing with my money?
Yeah. So she must be Miss Positivity over here. Like,
It sounds like it.
Big deal. We'll just sit and talk it out. Okay.
Whatever, we can be friends. Pretty soon, Joanne began receiving the letters addressed to herself, both at home and at school, and they were becoming more threatening. One letter read, "I can get you in one try. No one will ever prove it. They may not think so, but I'm smarter than all of you, you stupid bitch."
Oh, well. Now, I wonder if she still thinks she can sit down with this person and talk it out.
I hope not. Because I think they're pissed.
That's a problem.
Well, then the letters were being distributed to other teachers found in their mailboxes in the faculty lounge. So this person's in the faculty lounge shoving which has to be someone that's usually in the faculty lounge, right?
Yes, which would either be janitorial or a school teacher.
Someone in the school.
Yeah.
Well, another letter read, "Look in Chambers' desk and you will see she seems to like Jack Daniels," which
Hell,
we
I
all
love
did.
Jack Daniels.
She's teaching first graders, so I'm going to say she needs something to help her through the day, but
She needs a little snoot here and there to get through the day.
well, when Joanne looked, she found a whiskey bottle had been put in her desk drawer.
Mm-hmm.
But also, personal items had been taken, including a picture of her with her son and her friend's daughter.
Okay.
Police were called and they suspected a fellow teacher or school employee were sending the letters since they were often referred to activities going on inside the school. One letter contained an interesting clue. It mentioned a snide reference to the school superintendent as Colonel Clink from the TV show Hogan's Heroes. A teacher in the school was once overheard referring to the superintendent as this. The teacher's name was Paula Nawrocki,
Mm-hmm.
which was another first grade teacher who had worked in the district for 18 years.
Okay.
Paula was more of a by the book, strict and traditional teacher, unlike Joanne with her unconventional ways of teaching. It was known that Paula did not like the way Joanne taught her students.
And this has got to be common in schools, really, because looking back, of course, decades ago, there was always the fun teacher. And I have one specifically in mind that was just, her class was just fun. I had several, but one in particular. And then there's always that one that didn't take no shit off of nobody. You better be there on time. You better not be tardy. You better have your homework. And you just were intimidated to even approach them with anything. So I can picture these two teachers.
Oh, absolutely.
In every school, there's going to be these two types of teachers, I'm sure, all across America.
Of course.
So,
well, the letters continued, but one day as Joanne sat down to start her class lesson, she reached down to straighten her dress, and then when she pulled her hand up, it was covered with feces.
what the hell? Okay.
Joanne said she felt sick to her stomach and just couldn't believe that something like this would be happening to her.
I would be worried about myself. I'd be like, what the heck is going on over here? I mean, where did feces come from?
And I'm not going to lie. I probably wouldn't blame it on a teacher. I'd probably be like, what kid just did this?
Yeah, exactly.
It's first graders. You don't know what they're going to do.
First grade little boy. That definitely sounds like something a first grade boy would do.
Instead of smearing it on the wall, let's put it on the teacher's desk or chair.
Absolutely.
That's fun. Well, the letters were sent to the FBI in Quantico, Virginia to be tested. Some partial fingerprints were found on them, but not much else. The next letter, though, warned of possible poisoning. It read, "You really are a clueless bitch. I come out and tell you how stupid you are, and you just keep doing the same stuff. I had 4 chances to drug your coffee this week. Or did I drug your coffee? Bitch, you make me sick."
Oh my God. Man.
I'd be like, what am I doing?
So I'm just showing up for work and teaching kids and wear blue jeans.
I'm just trying to poison me. Yeah. Well, I'd be in a lot of trouble. I wear a lot of jeans.
Oh my God.
But now teachers wear jeans. But I guess back then, thinking about it, they didn't wear jeans. They just wore goofy clothes.
No, I didn't know teachers wear jeans now.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
They do.
Yeah, because my teachers, women teachers, always wore dresses and dress slacks. Always.
And they dressed teachery.
Teachery.
There's a teacher
the little shirt and vest, and usually it'd be patchwork or some design.
It's like a old grandma's patchwork. Yeah. No offense to the teachers. Do your thing, but
no, sometimes it was really cute. But yeah, there's a specific style.
Yes.
For teachers.
Pinterest teacher style.
Yes.
Well, just a few days later, a hidden camera captured several teachers entering Joanne's empty classroom. One teacher removed Joanne's coffee cup from her desk, and that teacher was Paula Nawrocki.
Mm-hmm.
The stolen photograph from Joanne's desk was pasted onto a nude picture, so her head on a nude body, copied and soon distributed throughout the school, mailed to parents' homes, and a copy was taped to the door of a local store.
Wow. Okay, my first thought. What did the body look like? Was it a good body or was it a bad body? How bad did this teacher really hate Joanna?
I'm not sure because I didn't see the pictures, but if it's me, I want it to look really good. Like I
Like,
wouldn't really mind it
give me
because
some
damn,
justice here
she's
if you're
hot.
going to be doing that. Would kind of let you know how much she's really hated. Okay.
How many dads kept those pictures?
No, right?
That makes sense. Or
Oh,
little boys.
yeah, for sure.
So Joanne claims there were calls made to parents stating she was the children,
Mm,
and Joanne feared she would be arrested, and that's horrible.
right. Yeah,
So,
you do not lose that stigma. Even if it's proven that you didn't, people are always going to question it anyway.
well, and she did make a
Yeah.
comment like, if, I do hug my students, what if one of them says something to their parents and their parents are like, wait, we've got this phone call,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
The FBI suggested Joanne be given a polygraph test to validate her various claims. Paula Nawrocki also volunteered to take a polygraph test, hoping to clear her name of the allegations against her. One of the two polygraph tests were failed,
Okay.
with the most critical question of all: were they involved in sending the harassing letters? Paula Nawrocki was told she failed her polygraph test, making her the primary suspect. Paula said she was very upset and she couldn't believe taking the test was making things worse instead of better. Paula told police, if I'm doing this, then I don't know I'm doing it. You will never prove it's me because it's not me doing it.
Okay. Okay.
And saying that just makes you sound suspicious.
Exactly. It really does.
Well, Paula claims that she got Joanne's coffee cup off of her desk because Joanne asked her to get it for her.
Okay, so this is my thing though. Why would Joanne ask Paula to go get her coffee cup off of her desk if they don't like each other? Most of the time, you won't really converse with someone or even ask them to do something for you if you don't like each other.
Right.
So, is that a true statement?
I'm not sure.
Or was there a reason why she asked her to go get the cup? I don't know. I'm just,
Well,
it's kind of
maybe she
odd to me.
just didn't suspect Paula.
Maybe not.
Who knows?
Maybe not.
But police asked Paula if they could search her home, and Paula agreed they could. They took an old typewriter, different kinds of paper, and envelopes from her home. An analysis revealed that Paula's typewriter was not the one used to type the threatening letters, and the paper and envelopes also didn't match.
But they're teachers, and back then they kept typewriters in the library.
And I'm sure paper.
Oh, yeah.
She could have
So,
kept envelopes in her desk.
yes. Yeah. That's a
By
possibility.
Exactly. Well, by fall 1994, the letters included death threats. One letter read, "It's not over, you die,"
Oh, my God.
and included the nude picture with Joanne's head pasted on the body.
That's
Okay.
creepy.
It's so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for her protection, Joanne was transferred to another school in the district, which is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But shortly after the transfer, a box wrapped in pink wrapping paper was found at the front door of the school. Inside was a Barbie doll, the throat slashed with a razor blade and covered in red paint to look like blood.
Oh, wow.
The dress was like a dress that was often worn by Joanne, and the hair was cut and styled like Joanne's.
Mm-hmm.
Joanne claims that she cut her hand after the anonymous person placed a razor blade under her car door handle and later sent her a typed letter saying, "You're sliced."
Oh, my God.
She needed 8 stitches to close the wound on her right middle finger.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to work.
No,
right?
because if I open my door, is my car going to blow up now?
Yeah, and they obviously know where you live, so
Yes.
that's a problem too.
Absolutely.
Joanne said she left the house every day like it could truly be her last. In November 1994, Joanne said a car tried to run her off the highway. She said she saw the face of the driver. She said, I go off the road, I pull over and look. She's looking right at me. I will never forget that face. Never. She told the police the face she saw was the face she knew. It was Paula Nawrocki.
Wow. This woman's got some balls.
It's getting bad now, right?
She's like, I'm ready to show my face.
Well,
I'm dropping the mask.
she is, but then she denied the allegations.
Yeah. But now she's pissed.
Was arrested and charged with harassment, stalking, simple and aggravated assault, making terroristic threats, and recklessly endangering the life of Joanne Chambers. Over 100 charges in all.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And if convicted, she could serve 5 years in jail.
Wow.
The school district suspended Paula from her teaching position with pay. Until she, to see if she was going to be arrested. To see if she would serve time in jail. After Paula's arrest, the harassment stopped. Paula maintained her innocence, though, and hired both a defense attorney and a private investigator. Her attorney explained to Paula that her case did not look good, even though the fingerprints on the letters did not match hers. Her defense wanted to test to see if there was any DNA left on the letters. The prosecutor would only allow DNA testing if the results were fully disclosed, regardless of the outcome. The defense agreed, and the charge of $7,000 for the DNA testing would have to be paid by Paula. Blood samples were taken from both Paula and her husband and sent to the lab along with the threatening letters and their envelopes. The DNA results came back no match to Paula or her husband. So who licked the envelopes?
Right.
Since the results came back with no match to Paula or her husband, the defense wanted to know who the DNA belonged to.
Sure.
Well, during this time, police in the neighboring town of Carbondale, where Joanne lived, told defense investigators that Joanne had a history of reporting such incidents, from burglaries to fires. They said that every crime she had reported had some weirdness to it. Then they started telling him of some of the stories she had been a victim of.
Right.
They then started looking over Joanne's employment history and found that Joanne had reported similar threatening letters and also reported finding feces on her classroom chair while in another district years later.
Maybe she needs to go to the doctor.
Years earlier. Yes. The defense needed Joanne's DNA to see if she had sent those letters to herself. So for that, they searched through her trash. They found a plastic straw, a used tissue, and a cotton swab that contained earwax. And they sent it to the lab to be tested.
Every orifice for her DNA. They were ready to get her as she's doing this.
And that's so gross. I really don't want to be the person to go through someone's trash.
Wow. No, absolutely not.
Well, the lab identified 2 different DNA profiles from the materials found in Joanne's trash because she was married and had a child. One of those profiles matched the DNA on the stamp and envelope flap. With these findings, the defense demanded all charges against Paula be dropped, but the prosecution refused. Joanne provided a blood sample to prove it wasn't her that sent the letters. Once again, Joanne's DNA matched the DNA from the stamp and envelope flap from the letters.
Oh my God.
The odds that it could be another person is 1 in 14,925. But it's not Joanne, guys.
Give it up, lady. Oh my God. This is one of those 360 cases. This is nuts to me.
It is nuts.
Wow.
Well, despite the second DNA test, the prosecution still refused to drop their case against Paula.
They're like, hell no. We've put this much work into it. We're moving forward.
We're not giving up now, guys. We're going to keep going.
Crap.
I know. So during the trial, the prosecution presented circumstantial evidence against Paula, including the coffee cup incident.
Okay.
And the Colonel Klink reference in one of the threatening letters, which, again, she was overheard, so anybody could have heard it and put it in a letter.
Yes.
That didn't mean she put it in there.
True.
For the defense, Teachers from Joanne's former school district testified that she made similar claims of harassment years earlier. But of course, it was the DNA evidence that shocked everyone. We're talking
Absolutely.
1994. She probably didn't even believe the DNA. Like, it can't be me. There's no way. I mean, you're doing something
Oh,
wrong.
for
DNA,
sure.
what's DNA?
That was so new. It was actually just getting started, barely.
Exactly. On the stand under oath, Joanne had an explanation. She said the prosecutor left her alone with the evidence and the stamps fell off of one of the envelopes.
Oh, of course, because that happens all the time.
Of course.
Okay.
And she licked the stamp to reattach it. But when that didn't work, she used a glue stick.
Okay. Really?
First of all,
Does she carry that in her purse?
she's a first grade teacher. I guess you do that. But I have kids. I don't have glue sticks on me at all
Oh
times.
my God.
But who's going to relick a stamp?
Well,
that someone
Joanne
else-
is.
But someone else licked that.
I agree.
And she's like,
And it fell on the floor. And it's not going to stick anyway. She knows that.
oh, well, of course. It was a stamp from one envelope
Yes.
and an envelope flap from the other envelope.
Right.
So the prosecution had no explanation as to why Joanne was left alone with the evidence, because they probably didn't know they did it. And no explanation as to why her DNA was also found on the envelope flap.
Well, they probably know that they didn't leave that
They're like,
alone
oh,
with
no.
her. Right?
She came up with that at the last second.
Yes.
So the lab confirmed they found no glue stick glue on the stamps when they removed them for DNA testing, because as a lifelong stamp collector, the lab expert had the ability to distinguish stamp glue from glue stick glue.
Wow, this story just keeps getting better.
They're very lucky they had an expert.
Yes.
But, you know, I have to say I could probably tell the difference, because glue stick glue doesn't really stick.
No, it doesn't.
It still
doesn't.
moves around.
Yes. And it lifts and
Who would use that on a stamp anyway?
right.
God, Joanne. Come on now. The trial lasted 5 days, and it took the jury less than 2 hours to reach a verdict. They found Paula Nawrocki not guilty. Paula cried with relief. I would too.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the jurors hugged her outside of the courtroom. One even said, "Our hearts are with you." And I feel for this lady. She's been through the ringer with this.
Well, she probably would even admit, look, I can be a bitch.
Oh, yeah, anybody can.
But I show my true colors. And so this lady used it against me. And for what purpose, really?
Well, yeah, what's she getting out of
What's
it?
Joanne getting out of it other than notoriety of some sort? But who wants that type of notoriety?
I don't know. It takes so much energy. And this lady's literally like, everyone knows I don't like her. I'm not hiding it. I'm not pretending to be her
No.
friend,
Yeah.
you know? And you asked earlier, like, why would Joanne ask Paula to get her coffee cup?
Yeah.
Maybe because she planted the hidden camera.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And she's framing her. She wants her to be seen.
Yes. She's setting her up. Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, she went to a lot of trouble to frame this lady.
She did.
Well, Joanne denies that she ever created the campaign against her.
Of course.
Well, of course. And Paula, poor thing, spent over $100,000 on her legal and scientific defense.
Mm.
So sad.
Yeah, that is.
In 1997, Paula faced another hearing of sorts when the Ponoco Mountain School Board investigated her for immorality based on other aspects of Joanne's accusations, which should never have been done when it was proven that Joanne did all of this.
Absolutely, I agree.
Paula was cleared again and allowed to resume her $55,000 a year job. Both Joanne and Paula went back to teaching in the Ponoco Mountain School District in different schools. And I could not go back there knowing that they literally sided with Joanne when the proof came out that Joanne was the crazy one.
Absolutely. Nope. Would not be working there.
No. Paula filed a $9 million lawsuit against the school, Joanne Chambers, and the police. In 2000, she received a $600,000 settlement from the school plus $25,000 from Joanne,
Mm-mm.
which Joanne's lawyers said that she settled only because she wanted to avoid the cost of defense.
Okay. Shut up, Joanne. Okay.
She should have owed the $100,000
Yes.
to cover what she made her go through.
And 600,000 out of 9 million, that's nothing.
This poor lady went through a lot. I mean,
Yeah, because that, I mean, that leaves her with almost nothing left, I guess, considering after she pays her attorney fees.
yeah.
And probably medical fees. I'm sure she had to go to a psychiatrist after that and take medication. She's probably paranoid and maybe even has PTSD from going back to work, afraid someone else is going to do the same thing. I
And
mean, that's a
honestly,
lifelong issue.
Joanne should be the one getting mental help.
Absolutely. But I'm saying Joanne caused
She
probably
caused
so much
hers.
emotional
Oh, no,
grief
exactly. She caused,
and anguish.
so I'm sure
Yeah.
both of them, well, it sounds like to me, Joanne doesn't have an issue with anything because nobody sees a problem with her. Poor Paula.
Okay.
Paula, I'm on your side, girl. I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Paula also sued Police Chief Anthony Flugel as well, but Flugel went to trial instead of settling and won the case.
Hmm.
Court papers from 2002 noted in Flugel's defense that other teachers passed lie detector tests. Only Paula failed. So Flugel had reason to make her the prime suspect.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But he arrested her on hearsay.
Yes. Which is surprising that the prosecution moved forward based upon hearsay. Because you can't even talk about hearsay in a court of law.
Yeah.
So, like, man, I'd go back and re-sue. I mean,
I kind of
that's
want to sue for her at
ridiculous.
this point. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, where are they now? Paula has kept a low profile since 2002 after she lost her suit against the police. She has no presence on social media and no longer speaks to journalists, which breaks my heart.
Yeah.
She feels like she needs to be in hiding.
Yeah.
As for Joanne, though, she retired in June 2015 after having received the prestigious National Board Certified status.
Wow.
But just 3 months later, on September 25th, 2015, an article titled Scandalous Past Gives School Board Pause appeared in the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The story noted that the Hazleton Area School Board was ready to hire Joanne Chambers as a Wilson reading specialist, which is an educator who teaches dyslexic kids.
Mm-hmm.
The Pennsylvania Wilson program officials highly recommended Joanne, but just in time to spoil the party, the Barbie doll reared its ugly head. Some parents put her name in Google and reported the resulting intelligence about the terror complaints, decoupage, and etc.
Yes.
to the school board, which tabled the decision to hire her.
Good deal.
Really?
It
Like
should-
none of these people knew about this to begin with?
Yeah, it should cause her some loss in life. Absolutely. Especially if she's teaching kids.
Yes.
And kids with what's considered a disability.
She should
Absolutely.
have never been able to keep teaching to begin with.
No, because that's a character flaw. And we don't need that in our school districts.
No.
We have to deal with enough.
Yeah. Still, Joanne has at least one fan of her professional accomplishments. A former colleague named Jamie Schweppenheiser from the Ponoco Mountain School District wrote a letter to the editor praising Chambers as a professional who helped countless children and young adults learn how to read, and saying what a shame for the teachers and students of the Hazleton Area School District to miss out on the opportunity to be mentored by Joanne Chambers.
Nobody needs to be mentored by this lady.
And
Period.
how professional are you, really?
I mean, that's scary. Listen, I don't want Michael Myers mentoring me. Okay, that's not good. That's kind of the equivalent here. Do we want our children to be mentored by a woman who tortured another woman because she didn't like her by setting herself up as the victim? That's horrible.
And how professional are you really? I mean, you can't even set it aside and say she did it outside of her job. She didn't. It was
No.
right smack in the middle of everything. The children are seeing
Yes.
it because apparently there's feces on the chair
Well, and their parents are getting letters with nude photos, and
and
it's
being
getting hung
told
up at the grocery store.
this is not a professional teacher. She
No.
did all of this inside the school while their children were there.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, she would never have been a good mentor. She should have never been allowed to teach after that circumstance occurred.
No, she
Period.
needed mental health
Yes.
help
Mm-hmm.
and to not be anywhere near these children.
Absolutely.
And what's her 10-year-old son going through at home?
Right.
And her poor husband, he's probably scared to say anything at this point. Like, whatever you say, Joanne, I am, yep.
For sure. I well, and this is the thing. What are their stories?
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Yeah, what's
probably
going
never
on
know.
at home if
Yeah.
this is what happening at school?
We'll probably never know. But it would be intriguing to hear for
Mhm.
sure. So yeah.
So, yeah, guys, let us know what you think. I really want to hear it. This was a crazy story. But until our next episode, guys, please remember to see the good and stay imperfectly perfect. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.